Hey, my friends, it's your friend Kevin. I'm here with my friends Freddie the Teddy and Patrick the Bear, and this is your card of the day. And so, if I haven't said it before, welcome, 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 everyone. New subscribers, existing subscribers, friends of this channel, I welcome you and say thank you for all of your support. This week we are working with Archangel Jeremiel and the wheel card, which is from the major arcana deck of Archangel Power Tarot. We're also working with our fairy tarot cards this week, so I felt like the week needed some frivolity and some fun and some lightness and some joy, and that's exactly what the Fae people bring. This is by Radley Valentine with images by Howard David Johnson. My isms I pulled to get us started, which is the universe adores me, adores you, adores us. And it reminds me that we are children of the divine. We're children of the universe. We're here to play important roles, not just with one another, but with mankind in the world, and to do big things and to encourage other people to do big things. And for that, you know, the spirit world, all realms adore us. And then the second one is I am blessed. If you don't feel blessed, get with the program, because you are. The fact that you're on the planet doing what you're doing and being here with other people means you're blessed. All right, let's get right to the cards, and then I'll get to what today's all about. Great Father in the sky, loving Mother in the earth, angels, ancestors, beings of light and love, hope and faith from all four corners and all realms, I welcome you now, and it gives me great pleasure to be your messenger. I set the intention to see, to feel, to hear, and to know your sacred words, and to deliver this message in such a way that it enlightens, inspires, heals, brings love, brings gratitude, brings light, brings hope to all who come to gather. So be it, and so shall it be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm just going to pull the card straight off the top for today. So there's one more shuffle through, and this is the card of the day. The Six of Autumn. Let's see. So I like to go with what I'm seeing in the card first, and then what I'm feeling from the card, rather than going with descriptive answers, because today's different from the day this card was created. But interesting that this should say, all the good you do comes back to you, and an unexpected inflow of money, I would say just of abundance. It's also talking about borrowing wisely or repaying debts. The 6 is a number that talks about looking into the details of things, just to make sure we're not running away without thought. Give some mind to what you're doing materialistically. I want to say that the autumn suit in this particular deck is about materialism, how we make money, where we are guided to manufacture and work with money. So while I'm looking at this card, I'm going to pull up to the camera a little bit deeper, a little bit closer. All the fairies are out. They're all jostling around. They're all having a big time. And we look here towards this fairy right here, who's holding the magic light, the magic lantern, that's saying anything that you want can be yours based upon what you're putting into the world, what you're actually contributing. So if you're contributing really good things, if you're coming from the heart, you're really putting in a lot of good seeded effort and moving in a forward motion, then what you're putting out must reciprocate, must come back to you. There's the law of abundance, which I'm sure if you follow Esther Hicks and Abraham's teaching, The vibration of which you put out there is the vibration of which you get back. And if you're putting out there feelings and thoughts and understanding of lack, I don't have, there's not enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, this is not right, and you're living from that space, you're putting that out there, and that's actually becomes a reality. But there's also the law of reciprocity, receiving and giving. You're generous, so you should receive that which you give out, that which you give back. So if you put in lots and lots of effort, then people will put lots and lots of effort in for you. But sometimes those efforts can come with this little bit of doing it because you want something in return without really saying what you want. In other words, I gave you this, and why didn't you give me that back? I got you this, why did you only give me that? These things are where we have to pay attention to the details. Give for the sake of giving, and you will receive just unconditionally. When you know there's a need, fill it. Because one day there'll be a need for all of us and it'll get filled, which is where we get blessed. We get blessed by the unexpected moments when a miracle will show up, when we get our little fairy of love and light, of healing, of all of those things, where all of a sudden we find something that we've lost, or all of a sudden somebody gives us a little nugget of thanks. We get a card in the mail, we hear from someone we haven't heard from in a while. There's that feeling of glee and that lightness. Now, the wheel card with Archangel Jeremiel. Archangel Jeremiel not only works with the masculine side of our psychic development. Now, how can I explain that where it would be understood? Sort of the heaviness of psychic development, the learning of it, the details of it, the signing up for classes, the structure of the classes. Archangel Jeremiel will definitely be the one that lets us look into developing more of that. But in this particular instance, he's coming to represent the wheel, which is the number 10 in the Major Arcana deck. That is forward movement. That is looking for new beginnings. That is putting an end to procrastination, putting an end to the delays that we put in front of ourselves, a change in direction that will offer you some happiness. So when I put these two together and I add on, I'm blessed and the universe adores me, now is the time for you to look at the details of getting what you want based on moving forward into new beginnings, moving forward into a new project, moving forward into something that excites you, something that brings you passion, as opposed to saying, I'm going to do this when that happens. I'm going to do this after this happens. I'm going to do this when so and so, when this, when that, when whatever you procrastinate doing. The other thing I want to say to you is today, the numbers 11, 27, 2023, and it doesn't matter if you write the date the 27th of the 11th, 2023, the numbers still add up the same, comes to an 18. And if you push 1 with 8, you reduce it down to a number 9. And the number 9 in angel numerology, that's taken angel numbers and numerology, is talking about forward moving action, moving towards your life purpose, being selfless, being idealistic, choosing a pathway of healing for today, and being generous, generous with yourself, generous with others, to create things of beauty, which is really interesting since that number came up, the 6th of autumn came up. And when I look at all of this together, I get a much bigger picture of the roadmap that you take for each day. These are not sort of predictions for what's going to happen. I could go on and on and on about doomsday thinking and those folks who, live in. I was going through YouTube yesterday and amazed at the sort of headlines that headline some of these videos that go up there. If it says things like terrible in it, or this person had a horrible experience, or this famous person has done something this way, or shocking news about that famous person, or and even in some of the spiritual teachings I've seen where somebody might say they want to do some cards or they want to pull some information about a famous person. That's fine. I'm not picking on it. I'm just noticing how what I'm doing here with this card of the day is to lift, enlighten, bring hope, make someone's day a little easier. If I had a roadmap to say, like you do on your GPS, there's a detour coming up, you've got traffic at this exit, and it's going to back up for this much time, so allow yourself this extra bit to get to work. I'd rather know that on the front end than be in the middle of it, not realizing this is coming up. So, what I do with these cards of the day is give you a roadmap, a heads up. Use the angels, the fairies, the light ones, all of those that come in. Yes, I heard you, Gertrude. And she's clapping, doing this, and she's sitting there drinking her tea. Now, listen, Gertrude, my people want to know what you got on, so I'm going to describe it. She's wearing this hood, and it's sort of like it's fluffy, so it feels like it's made of chenille, and she's going like this. Looks quite glamorous. It's all these two lapels that come down the front are sparkly, like she has got Christmas lights. She's got these Christmas lights built into the front part of her what is it, a dressing gown? And she said, it is whatever you want it to be. I just felt like being glamorous today. And every time I see Gertrude, she has got some, she's eating something. She's now got cereal going on, and strawberries is in the bowl. And she's just having herself a good time. Beatrice is not here, it's just Gertrude. And Gertrude is saying she's still sleeping. Okay, well, that's fine. What else do you want to add to this, Gertrude? Mm, Open the door to opportunity, open the door to prosperity, open the door to fun, to lightness, to joy. She, okay, wherever you go, there you are, is what, what she says. Oh, you may as well go somewhere joyful, fun, mm, oh, and extravagant today. All right, well, there I'll go with it. And she's just delightful. And I think that that's another part to adding these things, these cards and this messages is just to be as delightful as you possibly can. Get into the mode of being charming, being fun, being like today's number is about philanthropy, philosophy, creativity, fun. That's kind of what the nine number is all about. Uh, Now, today is stepping into a full moon. The full moon is in Gemini, and before this card of the day becomes a movie, I'm going to do a separate video on that to tell you what houses affect what signs, and I'm almost tempted to call it um, the beauty shop astrology, something like that, because I'm not an astrologer, but I do find these things quite fascinating. And when I find something fascinating, I want to pass it on to you. Until tomorrow, I want to say thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, thank you for keeping these numbers going up, and I adore your comments. I just adore them. Until tomorrow, bye for now and much love.